Multiple sclerosis is a disease where the immune system gets confused and attacks the brain and the spinal cord and the optic nerve. And it typically does it in episodes.
Dr. Robert Fox is a Cleveland Clinic neurologist.
Symptoms can be blurry vision, double vision, weakness, numbness, difficulty walking. And then the symptoms typically get better over a couple weeks or a few months.
Around 1 million people in the U.S. have MS.
After the disease has been around for 10, 15, 20 years, the episodes of numbness and weakness typically subside and settle down. But instead, it's replaced by a gradual, little by little worsening. Currently, we have over a dozen therapies for that early stage, that relapsing, remitting stage of multiple sclerosis. And with our effective therapies and very sensitive monitoring, we can get the early stage of MS under very good control with the first couple of therapies that we use. However, as the disease progresses, many patients evolve into the progressive stage where symptoms get worse little by little over time. And that stage of the disease, we have very little ability to slow down that little by little progression.
Fox and a team at Cleveland Clinic hope to change that.
We conducted a study that was led here out of the Cleveland Clinic that involved 28 sites across the United States. We evaluated in a placebo-controlled trial a new therapy, ibudilast. This is a therapy that has been used for asthma in Asia for many years and has some early evidence to suggest it may be helpful in progressive MS. Ibudilast did slow down the rate of atrophy or brain shrinkage, and it slowed it down by quite a bit, 48% compared to the placebo or the dummy pill-treated patients. What we also found is that there were a few other measures that showed potential promise as being even more sensitive measures for measuring a therapy like ibudilast in progressive MS. So the next step is to take ibudilast to a phase 3 or a clinical-based study. So not just looking at an MRI measure, but looking at whether it truly slows the progression of clinical disability in patients. So that will be a much larger study that will go over a longer period of time. Currently, ibudilast is not available for any disease or condition in the United States. So it's not available to anyone with progressive MS outside of formal clinical trials.
For Fox 8, I'm Dr. Marc.
Dr. Marc is sponsored by the Cleveland Clinic.